Here's the C major scale in triads. This one gets the least usage. You very rarely ever use just a diminished triad. If you bump everything up to seventh chords, you wind up with this.
All right, okay, so the first line you did was just in triads, right?
This is in sevenths.
Like C, E, G, D, F, A,
Yes,
E,
yes.
G, like this.
Only
right?
3 notes.
All right.
This diminished chord goes to a half diminished when you put in the seventh. It's not a real diminished chord. But we're always programmed to think when we say diminished, we think we're meaning this chord. Not so.
Okay.
This chord is a diminished triad. And you studied the diminished triads. And you learn, here's the root position. Here's that chord right there. That's the B diminished. You never use that chord. You used it today in the little passage you wrote, and you didn't know. But most of the time, this chord is never followed. When you say diminished, you always think of a diminished chord where any note could be the root. Every 3 frets, you get the same chord, not as a triad. Not even as a half diminished do you get it. It's got to be a real diminished. You only get the real diminished in minor scale. So, what happens is that this chord, this B diminished, if you yank down the G7th, you see it right here. So most of the time, this chord just winds up getting swallowed up by the dominant 7th. That's what I did in your progression, only I didn't use the what?
The G.
I didn't use the root. I played this chord, but it was functioning as the what? As the 7th.
All right.
You did it in the key of
B flat, D minor.
D minor. So the D minor would be like the 5 chord would be the 7th note would be C sharp. Okay, that would be a diminished triad too. So in the key of D minor, you have D, E, F, G, A, B flat, and of course it's a harmonic minor, and that's it. Okay, this is the C sharp diminished. C sharp, E, G. That's a C sharp diminished triad. And that's what you just did. But it winds up being, once again, the last 3 notes of the A7th chord. So a lot of times, you know, you call it a C sharp diminished, but it's really functioning as a what?
As a 5.
As a 5 chord.
Wow.
With no root.
And so then that 5 would
Then go to D minor.
it would take you back to the 1.
Yeah,
right?
which is D minor. See, this
so
is
there's
minor.
a new way to get to 1.
Yes. This is a diminished. See, E, G, B flat. These are triads. This is an augmented. This is a minor. This is a major. This is a major. The harmonic minor scale is the only scale that's got the 2 major chords about half step apart at 5 and 6, and there's the C sharp diminished. So the D harmonic minor scale in triads holds 2 diminished chords. If you bump them up to 7ths, this goes to a half diminished. This stays a full diminished chord. It goes to that one.
What do you mean by bump it up to 7? Like
In other words, you add the 4th note to every one of
right.
the notes. This doesn't stay a real diminished. This goes to a half diminished. This is the only one that stays as a C sharp diminished.
That's a D, right?
That's a D. It looks
D
like a
minor.
P, but it's a D.
P minor.
There it is. So if you bump these up to 7ths, you would get D minor major 7. You would get E half diminished. You would get F major 7 sharp 5, or F augmented major 7. Here you would get a G minor 7. Here we get the A7. Here you get a B flat major 7. Here you get the C sharp diminished. And here you go back to the D minor major 7. Remember, this is very rarely used. It's considered to be ill-advised because it's a minor major 7th at the 1. It has an augmented chord in it. It doesn't resolve. So, you know, they ill-advise it. But closely, if you look at the harmonic minor scale, it contains every one of the 7 diatonic 7 chords. It's the only scale that has all 7 diatonic 7ths.
That's crazy.
The major 7, the minor 7, the dominant 7, the minor major 7, the augmented major 7, the half diminished, and the diminished chord. That's all 7 diatonic 7s.
How do you go wrong with this? Yeah.
We do.